The Beatles may have coined the phrase, all you need is love, and I'm old enough to remember them first time round. But actually, they're not original to that. Jesus, in what is sometimes called the Great Commandment, said something quite stunning. And it's found in Matthew 22, verse 36 on.
I can read that. Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments.
So how would you summarize that great commandment?
I think it's pretty simple. Love God and love others.
Okay, that's good theology. Difficult to do, perhaps. So let me ask you a cheeky question. Who is it easier to love, God or others?
I would say probably God, because I feel that his love for me is unconditional, so it feels easier to love God.
Okay.
I would say others, not all others. Some others are harder to love than others. But I would say that I find it easier to love others because it's more tangible. Yeah. You can feel and touch the love for them as well as the love they have for you.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit more. What does it look like to love others? Easy to say, but what does it look like?
I think love for others shows itself in action, treating love as a verb rather than a feeling, sacrificing, serving one another.
Yeah, I think of love as thinking about others as more important or more highly than you think of yourself. So sacrificing, kind of what Lynn said, is a good way to describe love.
Jesus raised the bar when he said, love your enemies. He said, what reward do you have if you love those that love you? And I got to be honest, that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm reminded of an experience when I was a child, and I remember walking with my parents somewhere and having some local kids who were around that area shouting racist abuse at us. And I remember just feeling really angry, not just the fact that they were saying things to me, but that they were saying it actually to my parents as well. And I just remember feeling so angry and wanting to just really, find a way to get vengeance on these people. And and I think it's times like that when you realize just the real difficulty of forgiving an enemy.
Yes. And you hit the nail on the head. To love them, you got to forgive them.